When you travel all over the southern U.S. and fish for all the species of fish that live there like we do, you learn the traits and the characteristics of each individual fish. The hybrid striped bass can best be described as a weird fish. He's a product of the hatchery. He's artificially stocked in lakes all across the South, and he can be a very finicky, strange fish to catch. But they're also the hardest fighting fish, pound for pound, in fresh water. We're going fishing for some of those this week on the show in Arkansas. Glad you're with us. Let's Fish TV is on the air right now. That is a fish. Oh man, look at this.
It's time for the only program that brings you real-time fishing reports from the Southeast region every week.
Oh my gosh. Oh, look at that. Woo!
This is Let's Fish.
Hi everyone, I'm so glad you're with us for this week's episode. We have rolled in late in the evening to a beautiful spot in the southern Ouachita Mountains in Arkansas. We're going to be doing some fishing for some hybrid striped bass this week, and I've got local information that says you've got to get up really early to catch them. We are coming to you from DeGray Lake. It's located between Arkadelphia and Hot Springs, Arkansas. It's a deep, clear lake. The Arkansas Game and Fish Commission has stocked a bunch of hybrid stripers in here for many years, and we're going to try to catch some. But our local guide, John Duncan, says that they're biting right at daylight and right at sunup, so you have to be out there early to catch them. So we're going to go get some rest here at Iron Mountain Lodge and Marina. It's just a beautiful spot situated right on the shores of DeGray Lake. Got some beautiful cabins that we're staying in right up the hill behind us. So we're going to get some rest, get up early in the morning, and get out after those hybrid stripers. Now to do this, we've brought along the beautiful Camus CX21 high performance fishing boat. This thing is loaded with all the nice stuff. You've seen it all season long on our show. You really can't understand how well this boat drives until you ride in it for yourself. Once you get it up on plane, it's just very stable. It handles rough water very well, and it's a fast boat as well. Got it rigged out with the Mercury Pro XS 250 4-stroke. Now, as you can see right behind us, this is actually the marina here at DeGray Lake at Iron Mountain Lodge and Marina. Just a quick look at it right there. Right now, we're going to bed, get up early in the morning, and catch some hybrids tomorrow morning early. While we're out doing that, we're taking you around your local region for this week's fishing reports from our expert team of insider reporters from lakes, rivers, and bays, right where you live, both freshwater and saltwater. Right now, this party gets started back at the studios and your weekend planner.
Thank you for joining us on Let's Fish TV. These Solunar tables are predicting good game fish activity throughout both days this weekend. Peak game fish activity begins around 8:23 Saturday and 9:22 Sunday morning. Evening activity will begin at 8:48 on Saturday and 9:47 Sunday night. Plan to be on the water by either morning or late evening for all the best action. Depending on your local area, expect the sun to rise around 6:51 and set around 8:11, and evenings will feature a moon that is 20% visible. We'll be right back to check all of the current fishing reports from throughout the area, and I'll return with Bassmaster Elite Angler Stetson Blaylock on this week's Ask the Pro feature. Stick with us.
Let's Fish TV is proudly backed by MotorGuide's Tour Pro, cable steer motor with GPS anchor, WAYPOINT Marine, the Gulf Coast's leading saltwater boating specialist, Strike King, Taiwan On, and by Low Boats. Welcome to Low Country.
We are having a good time this morning catching those. That's a hybrid striped bass. There we go, he got it. He's running. What have I got? It's early. Oh, that feels like a hybrid. Oh, yeah, that's a hybrid. That's a hybrid. Oh, and he is a mad dude early this morning. Well, we've made it out on the lake, everybody. This is DeGray Lake, Arkadelphia, Arkansas. And we got out really early, as you can see. And the first thing that happened was I caught a hybrid striper. How's that? And he flopped off, which is perfect. Oh, and I didn't get all the fight out of him. They're a gorgeous fish. There we go. Beautiful fish. Broken lines down its side and beautiful top fin. Strong, wide, fat body. Let that one go back. Well, here's what happens. In the warm weather months, these fish chase shad all up to the top, and it's almost a guaranteed thing that you're going to get an early morning topwater bite. Now, a hybrid, as you know, maybe you don't, is a cross between a white bass and a striped bass. They're a hatchery raised product. They don't reproduce, they don't spawn. They go through the motions of spawning, but they don't actually spawn. And so the Arkansas Game and Fish Commission stocks them in DeGray Lake. And they've been doing it for years. It's been a good hybrid fishery for a number of years. And there's just tons of them in here. Here's the challenge on this lake. This lake's got nearly 200 feet of water in the river channel. And these fish have got tons of places to go and hide. And they're hard to find if they're not on top. They're eating pretty good sized threadfin shad is what they're blowing up on top. The sun hasn't even come up yet, so hang with us. We're off to a good start here in beautiful southern Arkansas.
This part of the program is brought to you by Foreshore Transportation, the simple solution to all your freight hauling needs. Foreshore can ship freight across the country or across the state. Whatever the load, wherever the destination, Foreshore gets it done fast, safe, and hassle-free. Captain Tim Cutting out of St. Simons Island, Georgia, and Captain Greg Hildreth are both on to catching big tarpon right now. Fishing is really starting to turn on. Lots of big breeder fish are being caught there and available there, according to these two top-notch captains out of the St. Simons Island area. They catch them inshore and offshore along the beach areas. They chum and fish live baits around the sandbars and the tide rips. Over in Alabama, Captain Charlie Gray says live croakers are producing good numbers of good-sized sea trout early in the mornings on the beaches side of the barrier islands there. In Mississippi, out of Biloxi, Captain Robert Brody is having really good mixed bag fishing for redfish, flounder, black drum, white trout, and whiting. Well, that's it for the southeast coast. Get out on the water and take a youngster with you when you go.
He got it, he got it, he got it. That was a good blow up. That was a good blow up right there. Easy, buddy. Easy, buddy. You gotta set your drag light. They'll break your line. It's got 14-pound fluorocarbon on here. That's a bigger one. That's a bigger one. And we are having a good time this morning catching those. That's a hybrid striped bass, and look at this. Look how he got this hook. Unbelievable. Turned it sideways in his mouth. He was trying to literally gulp that entire topwater down his throat, and he got it crossways in his mouth. Well, let me tell you a little bit about DeGray Lake. As I mentioned, it's in southern Arkansas. It's just north of Arkadelphia, Arkansas, and it's fed by the Caddo River. Now, the Caddo River in itself is just a gorgeous river. Oh man, people tube down it, kayak down it. It's just a gorgeous place. And the lake itself is about 13,000 surface acres. Not a huge lake, but it fishes large because it's got arms and creeks and ditches and ravines running everywhere. It's got a couple of 100 miles of shoreline. There's a lot of grass in the lake. There's a lot of hydrilla and all kinds of milfoil and different kinds of grass growing. And so it's a good bass lake. In addition to the hybrid stripers and the white bass that we're seeing out here this morning, a lot of guys come here and catch largemouth and spotted bass like crazy, so it's a good lake. All right, well, there he is. There's my top water. Let me mention a couple of more things about catching hybrid stripers. Hey everybody, welcome back. We're still out here. We've had some clouds and rain move through. We're still catching hybrid striped bass, just like that one. Don't hook me, baby. Boy, they are some kind of mean, and they will get a hook in your hand if you are not careful. All right, well, there he is. There's my topwater. Let me mention a couple of more things about catching hybrid stripers at DeGray Lake. That one goes back. There are several ways that the guides catch them here. Number one is like I'm doing, running and gunning and looking for fish on top, and just literally trying to cast at fish that you can see or you can find on your graph. There are a lot of the guides out here that will bring live bait, and they just fish straight down, and you can catch them on live bait, sitting in one spot basically and waiting on schools to move through underneath your boat. So that's the second way. It's a little more boring, but it's easier, a little more laid back, a little more lazy. But there are several ways you can catch them out here at DeGray. We'll give you John Duncan at Yo-Yo Guide Services contact information, and he stays on them day after day. And so he can know what's going on any given day and put you on some of it.
It's time for your Carolinas Report, this week brought to you by Crazy Sister Marina, the leader in water sports along the Grand Strand. We can take care of all your needs on the water. Come by and live like a local when you're in the Grand Strand area. Visit crazysistermarina.com for more information on our kayaks, paddle boards, boat rentals, charter boats. We've got it all right here. Come visit us. And I'll tell you what, we're going to stay in the saltwater. We're going to go to North Carolina. Congratulations. You guys are almost to open up that flounder season. From August 16th through September 30th, you'll be able to get out there and chase those fish. 4 fish per person, and you're going to catch some big fish. My buddy John Owens up in North Carolina has been giving me some great reports out of the Wrightsville area. Let's go back down to South Carolina, and I'll tell you, the cobia fishery has been incredible. It's running late into the season. All the nearshore reefs, anything in 30 to 50 foot of water, seems to be covered up. You've got a lot of small fish, but also if you spend that time chumming, you're going to find some big cobia this time of the year. This has been your Carolinas Report, brought to you by Crazy Sister Marina. Remember, fish smarter, not harder, and keep your chaos organized.
Let's Fish TV is proudly backed by Academy Sports and Outdoors. Have fun out there. Bobby Garland Crappie Baits and the original Baby Shad and new slab Huntar Minnow. Glacier Glove. Stay outdoors longer with our gloves, hats, and shades. Balls Out. Made in the USA. Heavy duty mounts for your fish finders. And by Camus Boats. Tomorrow's tournament boat today.
There's a fat one. Look at that. Oh, it is so cool out here. It's just dead calm. Hey guys, thanks for watching. If you want to see more fishing tips, how-to videos, big fish catches, and full episodes of our Let's Fish TV show, be sure to subscribe right here to our YouTube channel. You can also like our Facebook page and follow us on Twitter. Good fishing out there. He got it, he got it, he got it. Big one. Feels big. All right. Hybrid striper fishing on DeGray Lake. We're catching them on top with a topwater. Man, what could be better? Welcome back, everybody. Oh, set your drag loose. I'm using my Lew's Custom Speed Stick, which is a fantastic rod and reel for doing this, with my Lew's Custom Light Reel. Don't. Man, they are powerful. You just gotta play them. You cannot horse these fish in. They'll break something if you do. Got it, there we go. That's a fat one. They're gorging themselves on these redfin shad in here. You gotta be really careful with them. You always have a good pair of pliers, needle nose handy to get these hooks out, and be just real gentle right here. Grab them by that lower lip and then use those pliers. Pop it out. There's a fat one. Look at that. Oh, it is so cool out here. It's just dead calm. The sun's really not even up over those trees yet. And we had a little rain shower last night. It cooled this water temperature down about 3 or 4 degrees overnight. And I really think that's making these fish even more active than they would normally be. Let me tell you a couple of things more about DeGray Lake. One is it's sitting on Corps of Engineer property, so it's not developed. So it's pristine country out here. This is real rugged. It's pine forest, hardwood trees. There's just a couple of things that are developed. There's the state park, and then you find Iron Mountain Lodge on the other side of the lake. And they've got beautiful cabins that we're staying in. They've got a marina, a little store. If you've never been to DeGray Lake, it'd be a great place for a family vacation if you'd like to come.
Hey guys, thanks for tuning into this week's report. This week's report is brought to you by TH Marine. You know, there's not a lot I do on a boat that I can't do better with a product from TH Marine. In Mississippi, I'm going to tell you right now that one of my favorite things to do this time of year is go to Bay Springs and fish at night. They really bite good there. They have a large spotted bass population, and the thing about spots is they're really aggressive at night. Get there right before dark, kind of get out there and get your bearings, and then go chunk a big spinnerbait all night long. One of the other places I like to go to night fish is Smith Lake in Alabama. The lower end of the lake has a lot of docks, and I love to go throw a swim bait or a wake bait around docks that have lights, and you will catch some stuff that will freak you out. You'll have a heart attack when they bite it. All you gotta do is get out there and get after it. God bless you.
These fish have gone down, so I'm letting a spoon go down in them, and the first cast it worked. Can you believe that? I'm fishing in the same area. Oh, look at this. Here's a bonus, largemouth. I'm fishing in the same area where all those fish have been schooling, and we've been catching all those hybrids. And I let a little spoon go down in there, and look what I caught. A nice largemouth. There's you a bonus DeGray fish right there. A largemouth bass right in the middle of all those hybrids. Well, they're all eating the same thing. They're all eating these little shad. And I'll tell you, let me give you a couple of keys about fishing schooling fish. Probably the 2 greatest things I've ever learned about fishing fish that are busting on top of the water, chasing shad up to the surface. Number 1 is don't be chasing. Don't get caught. One blows up over here, so you turn on your trolling motor and you run over there, and one blows up behind you and you run over there, and then one blows up behind you again and you run back over there. You spend all your time driving around and you don't get anywhere. So key number 1 is just stay put. Get in an area where you've seen fish surfacing and just sit there. Secondly, is don't waste a lot of time throwing. If the fish are actually blowing up on top, stand here with your bait in your hand, your button pushed, and just scanning the surface and watching for the fish, and wait till one surfaces and then throw at him. Don't get caught with 40, 50 yards of line out one direction and then one blows up right here that you could have caught. That's my 2 best tips to keep you from getting real frustrated when you're fishing schooling fish. Got a little bonus fish for DeGray. How about that?
Watch our latest episode or catch up on past episodes on our website at letsfishtv.com. Be sure to hit the subscribe button on our YouTube channel, like us on Facebook, and follow us on Twitter for new fishing videos every day. And download the free WAYPOINT TV app to get all the latest episodes every week on your phone, tablet, computer, or smart TV. Let's Fish TV is proudly backed by Mercury, Go Boldly, Lowrance, America's #1 fish finder, Lose, Feel the Difference, and by Gulf Shores and Orange Beach, Alabama. Get our free fishing guide at orangebeach.com.
Glad you're back with us. It's time for the Ask the Pro question. This week, J-Rod would like to know, when you're out there fishing a tournament, what would cause you to stop and change your hooks out on a lure? For an answer, we asked Bassmaster Elite Angler Stetson Blaylock.
There's a lot of times I won't change hooks on a bait. If I'm catching fish and I'm not having any trouble landing those fish, I won't change hooks very often. However, there's certain baits that work better with certain styles of hooks, so I'll change those off very regularly, even in a tournament. If I feel like I've hung up a few times, whether the hook might be damaged from being hung and bending it back, straightening it up, whatever those cases may be, I can tell you that it's very important to make sure your hook is perfect, because that's the most important thing between you and that fish.
Thank you, Stetson. If you have a question for one of the pros, visit our website, letsfishtv.com. Click on the Ask the Pro link and send it in. Now let's check out the latest Big Catch of the Week winner.
We've made it safely back to the beautiful Iron Mountain Lodge and Marina here on DeGray Lake in southern Arkansas, and it's time right now for this week's winner in the Big Catch of the Week contest. She is Sherry Humphreys of Cleveland, Georgia, showing a 6-pound brown trout she caught out of Lake Burton, Georgia. If you'd like to be our next winner, just go to our Facebook page at facebook.com/letsfishtv. Go to any past Tuesday's post, preferably the last Tuesday. Post your picture there along with the details about the catch.
Here's today's Right Stuff, presented by Academy Sports and Outdoors.
Next up, it's some of the gear that we use to catch the hybrid stripers, white bass, and a few largemouths here at DeGray Lake. And it begins with the Lew's Custom Speed Stick Rod, perfectly paired with the Lew's Custom Light bait cast reel. This is the lightest bait caster that Lew's has ever introduced to the market. As far as the baits were concerned, the topwater fish we caught on the Strike King KVD Splash topwater lure. It's a chugger type lure, and that rainbow pattern right there did a great job of attracting strikes from those finicky hybrids. And as far as the spoon goes, that is the Strike King Mark Rose Ledge Spoon. It's a real heavy spoon that'll get down real deep once those fish get down off the surface and quit schooling. There are some new statistics out for the complete year of 2019, and they are both sobering and staggering. As of the end of 2019, almost 80% of Americans are either classified as overweight or obese, and nearly 50% of Americans either have type 2 diabetes or are pre-diabetic. Now, type 2 diabetes has lots of complications, including heart disease, stroke, high blood pressure, and nerve damage. It's the one that your lifestyle habits contribute to, including your diet, and you can do something about it. Most Americans have terrible diets of mostly carbs, fat, and sugar. We eat tons of fried fast food, and it is killing us. You can look up your BMI, your body mass index. If your BMI is over 25, you're overweight, and if it's over 30, you're obese. What can you do about it? There is something you can do. You can eat less processed food, less carbs, less sugar, more fiber, more grains, and more protein. And you can get up off the sofa, start moving, and get some exercise. Folks, this train is careening off a cliff. But the good news and the hope is it's not too late to do something about it. Our thanks once again goes out to Vicki and her great team of folks here at Iron Mountain Lodge and Marina. It's a beautiful place on a beautiful lake. If you'd like to come to DeGray and stay here at Iron Mountain, they've got the marina and the store and all the boat slips. They've also got some beautiful cottages that you can stay in that overlook the lake. They've got well-appointed rooms. They're perfectly clean. Got great back decks overlooking the water with a hot tub and some rocking chairs and places to sit out. Also, I want to give you the contact information for John Duncan's Yo-Yo Guide Service. He guides right here out of Iron Mountain Lodge. He can get you out there and put you on some of the hybrid stripers or some white bass or some crappie during certain times of the season. Until next week, from DeGray Lake in southern Arkansas, I'm Barry Stokes saying, let's fish, everybody. Be safe, have fun. Bye-bye, y'all. Hey guys, thanks for watching. If you want to see more fishing tips, how-to videos, big fish catches, and full episodes of our Let's Fish TV show, be sure to subscribe right here to our YouTube channel. You can also like our Facebook page and follow us on Twitter. Good fishing out there.